Dr. M.B. Patil, he has previously served as Home and Water Resource Minister of the Government of Karnataka. He is the elder son of the late Shri B.M. Patil, renowned educationalist, politician, and statesman. Dr. Patil holds a degree in Bachelor of Engineering from BLDEA's Vachana Pitamaha PG Halkatti College of Engineering. His leadership qualities were evident from his school life. He has held various leadership positions in his student life. He is skilled in architecture and has keen interest for public works. Please put your hands together. Let's welcome Sir on stage. Sir, we'd like you to please come forward, address the gathering.
Ellargu namaskara. Good evening, everyone. I'm really very happy to participate and say a few words in this Fortune India Startup Summit 2026. I congratulate the Fortune Group for organizing this event in Bangalore, as Bangalore stands up as the startup capital of India and one of the topmost very few startup capitals in the world. So before me, I think my minister, IT and Minister Priyank Kharge, was also heading the startup ministry portfolio, also has been here, and he had a talk here and exchanges with you all. So as you know, Bangalore being an IT capital since Mr. S.M. Krishna, the then Chief Minister. So today we are the IT capital. And not only IT capital, Karnataka has many more things to offer. If you say we are number one in aerospace and defense, with almost 65% of the contribution in the country coming from Karnataka. We are ESDM capital. We are the innovation hub, and many more. And if you take the energy sector, we have 65% of our installed capacity of green energy. So today, if you look at Bangalore, Karnataka, but also we do have to talk about beyond Bangalore also. Out of the global 500 Fortune companies, more than 400 Fortune companies have their base in India, base in Karnataka, Bangalore particularly. And we coming up with a new industrial policy, 25 to 30. And of course here as a startup, this one we have a startup policy also, Elevate, which is being the dream of Mr. Priyank Kharge, with a budget of around 400 crores plus. So, as I say this as an industry minister, so now Karnataka has shifted its role beyond IT also. If you take Airbus, Boeing, Safran, Collins, Lockheed Martin, anyone in aerospace and defense, Akers, own homegrown company, everything we have in aerospace and defense in Karnataka. At the same time, as you all know, with Foxconn coming here, with 20 million iPhone manufacturing with a massive investment of around $2.5 billion in Karnataka, which has started its operation now, and we are now, India has become, and Karnataka has a major role, Apple manufacturing and exporting to US. So now beyond Bangalore also we do have places like Belgaum, Hubli, Dharwad, and of course Mangalore, Mysore. And in the semiconductor space we have now in a short while, yesterday we had a meeting with my Honorable Chief Minister, and we'll have applied materials over here in Bangalore, which is coming up in a big way. And of course, we have, along with the applied materials, we'll be having many more semiconductor industries here in Bangalore, along with joining hands with Applied Materials. And of course, we do have Lam Research here, and um, many more semiconductor industries coming up into Karnataka. And we now are looking, we're coming up with a Queen City, which is the first of its kind in Karnataka. So wherein knowledge, well-being, innovation will be this one like, it will be a city of its own. And probably next month we'll be launching the Queen City's first phase with Toyota coming up with a big research center over there. So given this one, Karnataka has that ecosystem and of course the talent. And this talent is not days affair. It had started pre-independence, 100 years back, with, as you all know, with the public sector units here, like HAL, BHAL, BL, BML, HMT, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, which recently had a space aircraft being launched in the south pole of the moon. So with that background, and of course in the southern region, the Mysore Maharaja himself contributed a lot for the industrial development of Karnataka. So that was the first phase, first ecosystem which developed in Karnataka. Thereafter it was the higher education institutions. We were pioneers into private professional colleges, starting with Manipal, then with not many institutes for engineering, medicine or nursing. And even in India, 3 decades before, for education, for their pursuing their careers, you know, whether it's engineering, medicine, nursing, pharma, whatsoever management, the entire country used to come to Bangalore and Karnataka. So in the last 3 decades, of course, we have colleges in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Maharashtra, equally at what do you have. But that created a great talent pool for what, and we had Infosys, Wipro, our own Karnataka-based companies, which are now global reputed companies over here. So that layer was the second layer, and now with our youngsters, and particularly when it comes to startup, we have the talent and we have these companies. If you take 50% of the startups in India, are from Bangalore. And those startups have, many more have turned into unicorns. And today, with the changing situations of the geopolitical, this one, and Karnataka is going to lead the world. And I have to tell you this, during the COVID times also, Karnataka, when the entire supply chain was stalled, Karnataka, we had this policy moving, and we saw that the supply chain was moving. And that's the thing of Karnataka, which is always into the main focus of manufacturing in India and the world. So we have now with the Quantum City coming up, and we do have a ESDM policy. And of course now, along with the recent industrial policy, we have come up with a single window portal also, which is now going to be one of the best in the country, with the Microsoft developing, and we have transformed the entire single window clearances comparing to various states, and we are 99% done. Probably in a month or so, we'll be 100% done with all the portals being connected and ease of doing business, and the timeline has been reduced. Also, there has been a great changes in the land policy also, to make it, as Bangalore, compared to other states, the land, the parcels are very expensive in Bangalore and Karnataka. So we have made a lot of changes in the land policy also, like FAR and all these things, so that it becomes more attractive to the investors. So, in short, Karnataka has been in the forefront, not only in India, and we've been supporting the local MSMEs and with the entire supply chain to be developed over here in our own regions. So with this, I'm very happy to be here. And Karnataka is the destination. And if any changes happen in the world, and always Karnataka had been in the forefront, and Karnataka had a share in this the change. With this, I once again thank the Fortune India, Fortune people for this conducting this summit in Bangalore, which is being the AI capital of India and one of the most valuable startup hub in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can I request you to please stay back on stage? Sir, can I request you to please wait back on stage? I'd like to call forward Mr. Saurav Majumdar, Editor-in-Chief, Fortune India, and Mr. Sahil Shetty, CEO, Fortune India, and Open Media to please come forward and present a token of appreciation to Dr. M.B. Patil with a round of applause. Let's hear it up, everybody. Dr. M.B. Patil, Minister for Commerce and Industries and Infrastructure, Government of Karnataka.